Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and look at that. We're having a bloodbath in the market today. It started off very well. Actually, we were up $860, up 1.6%. And then as everyone's accounts probably saw, probably mirrored this a little bit. And now I'm down about 2.4% on the day, but that's okay because we're still up 57% on the year. So right now we are seeing a little bit of a sell-off. So we're going to go over my thoughts. We're going to go over some of the stocks, some of the biggest losers on the day. So it's just going to be a quick market recap. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. So smash an early thumbs up on this video if you appreciate the consistency of me making videos constantly, giving you guys my thoughts on the stock market every single day. Okay, so we see Facebook down 1.2%, down to $347. I think I want to buy this one closer to $300 or under $300 a share. Apple is up 2.4%. It's absolutely roaring. And with the new iPhone 13 coming out, it can keep soaring, but you never know. I have some good shares on Apple, and we're up 21%, about 5.5 shares. Also reoccur about $5 per day for long term, but I won't buy a heavy amount until under $135 per share. Amazon, we don't really have to talk about. XPEV down 3.6%. NEO down 4.2%, down to $42 per share. So you guys know where I typically like to buy NEO is right at that $35 mark or under $45 for long term. And then you're able to swing trade it up to $50 or even possibly $55 to $60 per share. ChargePoint down 6%. So I was buying them in the close friends group. And if you actually want to see what I'm actively buying, join my close friends list. I post all my buys, trades, sells, how much I'm buying, when I'm buying. And ChargePoint, you can actually see their resistance is right around 20. So that's really where I'm waiting for is $20 per share. But I'm starting to buy a little bit more of ChargePoint with $950 per share. And under $25 is a good price point for me personally. Now I keep talking about BNGO, and right at about $5 per share is where it starts getting attractive for BNGO. Right at $5 per share is where BNGO starts to get attractive. They're down 6% on the day, 24% in the last month. So they're getting really close to that low support, right around $5.15 to even $4.75. This is typically where I want to buy under $5.50. So if they go down a percentage points tomorrow, another 10% tomorrow, or 10% this week, BNGO will be a lot more attractive to me. Fish is down 5%. So basically every stock, every consumer stock is down like 5, 6, 7% today. So it will be interesting to see how tomorrow plays out. If we recover tomorrow or if we have another big red day tomorrow, it's going to be a big buying day tomorrow if we see another red day. So Wish here we see is $9 per share, 9.75. And like I was saying in some of my other videos, I think they can get to that $7 to $8 mark. You just got to be patient. If they get that low, I'll definitely be stocking up on some Wish for long term because they are actually a good company. I was looking into them the other day. And let's talk about AMC a little bit. Also down 15% on the day. Wow, look at that. In my last video, I was just talking about how it was going to drop down to about $35 to $25 per share back when it was around $45 to $50 per share. Okay, and that was just recently. Now it broke past the $42 support, and it's on its way right now. It's in free fall mode, basically. A lot of people are saying that it's not going to go lower than it is now. I think tomorrow we're going to see probably another big drop. If we see another big drop in the market, we're going to see another 15 to 20% fall on AMC. It really depends on how the market plays out. You know, if we see a lot of stocks down 5, 2, 3, 7%, AMC is definitely going to be very affected. And a lot of people are saying it won't go to $25 per share. But I'm here to tell you that I think it will go to $25 per share. And honestly, my opinion, I think it'll even go as low as $15 per share. So mark it now, save this video because I think that it will be going to $15 to $25 per share, even though everyone's saying, you know, that I'm crazy and to stop spreading FUD and this and that. I'm just talking about my opinions and what I think is going to happen. Obviously, I don't know the future and what's going to happen. I'm just talking about what I personally think. And a lot of people enjoy listening to what I think. And that's all you should take it as. Don't take it as fact. Just take it as opinion because that's what it is an opinion. Now, Tattooed Chef down 5%, under $20 per share. And anytime it gets under that $20 per share, it starts getting attractive. Obviously, I like it closer to $15 per share, as close to $15 or $17 a share as possible for long term. So that's one to keep your eyes on. But CCIV down 8% on the day. So it'll be interesting to see if this one can push below $20 per share again. It'll be a lot more attractive to me. HIMS is one we recently talked about on the channel, down 7% on the day, 24% on the month. So if this one can keep going lower, down to about $8 per share, I'll be stashing up on them for long term. This is a great stock to hold for 1 to 2 years or even 3 years. They're at a very good price point right now, $9.27. A lot of people can afford them. They were on my riskier list. So yes, they are a riskier stock to be holding, but over the next 12, 24 months, I think that this one can actually heat up and go closer to 20 or even $25 per share in the long term. Okay, Skillz is another one that I have my eyes on, and they're down 5% on the day, 22% on the month. So they'll be interesting to see if they can creep back to that support. I remember they were at like $11 at one point, not too long ago. So if they can get back to like $12, $13 a share, definitely load up on some Skillz for long term. They're a mobile gaming app. So if you play iPhone games or app games, chances are Skillz actually made one of those. So Teladoc down 3.4%, and they were just recovering to going up to like a 170 per share. We made some money during that point, and they're starting to sell off again. So it'll be interesting to see how low that Teladoc can go. Can I go to $139 a share again? Because if it does, that's when I want to be loading up on Teladoc for the long term. This is also a good company. I've done a full video about them, and I think they can easily be $200 per share to $220 per share again is my price target on Teladoc. And if you buy around, well, if I buy around $139 and then sell around $200, $220, that's a good little profit for me. For the long term, this is a 6 to 12 month or even longer hold, maybe even 24 months in some cases. Now, Coinbase even down 5% on the day. So we're seeing a lot of stocks down, guys, 5-7% on the day. It seems like their 52-week lows like that 220. So 220 would be a good price point for me to personally buy in. I'm dollar cost averaging in, I think, about $3 per day into Coinbase because I believe in them for the long term. And I think in 1, 2, 3, 4 years, Coinbase will be a $500 or more stock. So it'll be interesting to hold Coinbase for a long time to see where they can go. It'll also be interesting to watch if they can go below $200 per share. For example, if they go to like $180, $160 per share, which I don't think they will, but it's definitely possible. That will start bringing a lot of eyes to Coinbase, and I think that'll be super attractive right around that $180 valuation. GrowGeneration down 11% on the day. Wow, look at that. It's a big drop, 20% in the last 3 months. So if you're looking to get into the Mary Jane sector, this can be a good one. But in my opinion, $30 to $35 per share is a better place to buy GrowGeneration and then hold and sell anywhere between $60 or $55 per share. And you see Zoom down 4.7%, Lemonade down another 4.8%. They're at $87 per share again. So they're getting to that point where a good swing trade opportunity could be easily taking place. You know, just in February, they were 166. And just in, July 1st, they were $112 per share. So if you buy around 80 and sell around 115, I think that's a pretty good swing trade. Jumia is down 7.1%. So that's a huge fall for Jumia in one day, 24% in the last month. So we're getting to the price point where some of these stocks are starting to get more attractive. And I'm looking to start buy heavily again and invest in the stock market pretty heavily. Right now, I'm pretty strong on cash. I'm pretty heavy on cash. Been telling people for a long time to get heavier on cash, at least 30% on cash. So that way you can buy the dip. And right now we're seeing a dip. If we see more of a dip tomorrow, that'll be interesting to see how much more everything can dip, because I'm really holding out for a bigger dip, you know, another 10, 15% dip in the market. That's when I'll start buying heavily again. Enphase Energy down 7.2%. PLTR down 4%. GNOG down another 6.7%. So that's what I'm going to be loading up on probably tomorrow because it's at a great 52-week low and a great support right around $9 to $11 per share. You really can't beat that for the long term for GNOG. Even D-Kings down 6%, so they're getting to a more attractive valuation also, and I'll start maybe even dollar cost averaging into D-Kings for the long term. $45 a share isn't the worst place to buy them, but obviously $35 a share is going to be a lot more attractive for long term. This stock was just $70 in March 21st. I think they can get to the $60 to $70 mark again. So if you're going to be a long-term holder of DraftKings, $45 a share is not the worst place to buy in, especially if you plan on holding for 1 to 2 years. But that $35 mark, if you can get closer to there, that's where you want to buy a majority of your shares at. And then you pull up something like a Verizon and look at that. They're up actually 0.4, but if you look, they don't really fluctuate. 1.5% in the last month, 2% in the last 3 months, 3% in the last year, 0.9% in the last 5 years. So if you're worried about your account fluctuating, 10% down, 10% this, maybe you need to start investing into more stocks like Verizon that really don't move as much and they don't get you as agitated when the market goes crazy. Personally, I like red days like this because that gives you opportunity to buy low and then you can sell high. So personally, I like red in the market and I like when my account goes down. Just because I'm able to buy and then it's usually like a slingshot effect. When you buy the dip, you go up a lot quicker because you're buying the dip and you're buying at lower prices and they rebound back. But Verizon might be a good opportunity for some of you guys that don't really like that because as you can see, they don't fluctuate too much. They're very non-risky stock. And if you're a short-term trader, you can kind of see the resistance is right around 55.7. Would be interesting to buy maybe an option at that price point too. And I posted on my close friends my thought about a Verizon option. So if you want more of my thoughts day to day, I post every single day, probably around 5 times or more on my close friends list with awesome posts. And I'm also going to be doing a close friends only video coming up. It's gonna be called What to Do During a Crash. And it's going to be step by step exactly what I do, the advice I would give anyone if we're going through a crash. So I think that's a great video to go over. That's going to be my next close friends list, what to do during a crash. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Smash a thumbs up on this video if you got all the way through. DM me on Instagram. It's the same as my YouTube name, The Daily Stock Market, if you are looking to become a part of the close friends list. And also share this with a friend, subscribe on YouTube, hit that little bell icon with notifications. As long as you guys keep liking these videos, I will keep making them for you. Comment below what you want to see next on the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.